That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. And thing sucks. 10, 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
All right. Welcome to the first edition of News, Sports, and Bullshit.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a beta, so bear with us.
Yeah, bear with us. We're just getting shit, things situated, So.
Yeah, you just violated. Well, you only have four more profane words to say this episode.
Right. I said something that rhymes with spit. My bad.
Yep.
But what are our topics, good man?
We're gonna talk about what good old Donald Trump, our president and Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about Ron Gronkowski, who just retired a few hours ago, and then something special we don't know what we're gonna talk about yet.
WrestleMania, maybe? I would hope.
Everyone likes WrestleMania. It's just 2 weeks away.
Yeah. So anyway, by the way, I'm JT Dub, and you are?
I like that they call me the masked person.
The masked person, okay. A little weird, but okay. I mean, whatever. So what we're going to talk about? Let's talk about Orange Jesus first. This Mueller report thing.
Oh, God. No collusion.
Yeah, no collusion. And the thing is, I don't want to be the I told you so type of guy. And I really wish we started this podcast, a couple of years back when I said not only would he get away with this thing, but he's going to get reelected. And here's where it gets crazy. And you're hearing it from me. This is mark the date. Okay. I think not only will he be reelected, but somehow, this is the crazy part, he's going to be president for more than 8 years, possibly more than 10. You just mark my words on this.
Lizard people.
Yeah. Illuminati conspiracy type of whatever. But yeah. So, and with regards to the Southern District of New York investigation, I'm expecting the same outcome. I mean, I've always been expecting him to be completely exonerated. I'll say this. I've been living in America for over 30 years now. I've been black the whole time. And I'll say this. White people don't throw the book at each other. And I say that respectfully.
I mean, dude, we are American. We've been here all our effing lives. The thing is with Donald Trump, even you said it, I echo that shit. Ooh, that's 4 now. Everyone knows no one would be smart enough to work with Donald Trump to throw an election. When it came to it, they had people around him. That's what it was. That's who was indicted. Donald Trump was incredibly stupid. So they were like, let's get him in. So let's work with the people around him. So yes, he was innocent. But you got to read the report of the 4 pages that says that he's free from collusion, but not obstruction of justice. So
right.
He was dumb enough to shield himself.
Right. That's the thing. You know what? I don't buy the whole he was too dumb. And you know what? He's a Republican. And I'm not going to just put it on Republicans, but it's the whole George Bush thing, like where, when it came to, them in the Iraq war and people saying that, it's about oil. And people will say, he's not dumb enough to, do such a thing. What I'm trying to say is he's hiding in plain sight. Trump is. I mean, people will be like, oh, no, he's not dumb enough to, it's not about him being dumb. I'm going to say he's that effing crazy. He's crazy enough. And I don't think he's innocent.
No,
I think he was pretty hands-on.
No one thinks he's innocent. You got to think about it. Trump has always said he's a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
He's always said, like, hey, remember what he said? What, in 2016, I can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and still get elected?
Right.
So what makes you think that what he was trying to allegedly build? I haven't read all his crap ass report. What he was talking about, he wanted to build a tower in Russia and whatnot and expand his businesses. What makes you think someone with that much money and alleged power, well, alleged on both ends, wouldn't want someone who was that powerful to help them? Yeah, you had troll farms that still, to this day, post stuff like Democrats want to eat babies, Democrats are lizard people. You know, all the Alex Jones crap. That's throwing him into the mix. Yeah, all that. So, yes, they are helping him by not helping him. They letting him be stupid while they doing all the dirty work. They're the ones who hacking. They're the ones who posting all the troll crap. So, yes, regardless what anyone says, that's an innocent man. Even I said it. And the thing is, now that this has come out, people aren't going to read the report. People are just going to go ahead and say, you know what? He said it's not true. I believe him, without reading one very specific part in that report that says that he didn't collude, but he is responsible for dodging stuff. And that's what's going to get him elected, because people are too stupid not to read.
Yeah. So you're in the boat with me. You think he will be reelected, yes?
Hell yeah. I mean, the Democrats, since we're black, we have to say our, even though I do vote blue most of the time and red sometimes. I didn't vote for Trump.
I don't.
We're screwed because we don't have anyone out to change anything. Democrats, if they want to win next year, they have to do something say something that's gonna go ahead and change the shift of what the political climate. And Donald Trump, even though you hate him, has done that. He's basically gone in and said exactly what he wanted to say and did. He wanted to elect people that's gonna disrupt. He did that. He wanted to go ahead and deregulate a lot of things. And guess what? He did that and screwed over the planet, and he screwed over the country. And basically, he's reaping the benefits of it, because all of his friends and whatnot are getting paid gangbusters, while all our jobs leaving the country. Otherwise, in battle in trade embargoes. Full disclosure, I work at Electrolux, and no thanks to the trade embargo last year, I'm losing my job next year. So, thanks, Trump.
Did he really drain the swamp?
He didn't drain the swamp. He just added a lot more. He just added chlorine, arsenic, and a bunch of other toxins to it, not to mention nuclear waste. Because, well, everyone now wants to not go green, but go green as a nuclear. So,
I mean, yeah, that was a good segue, because I remember who he appointed for the head of the EPA, a guy who was sued by the EPA. Am I right?
I don't think he tried to get sued. He tried to sue the EPA. I think it was Scott Pruitt. But
no, he tried to sue. Is that what it was?
I think so. I don't know. It's too much. My tablet is so I can't Google it.
Right.
Plus, this is the first episode. Fact check us later, even though we don't have any viewers. It makes me sad. But I did share it on Facebook, so next time we might be seen.
Yeah. Hopefully. And I just want to throw out there, I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm pretty nonpartisan. I lost faith in both major parties years ago. Hopefully, my good man, Mike, I'm going to make a non-believer out of you too, because I have no faith and there is no hope, I didn't even buy into Obama's nonsense,
You masturbate to candies almost, don't you?
No, see, man, do not call me a Republican. That's the thing. I am, like I say, I'm nonpartisan. I don't believe any of them. It's like the Democrats. It's Democrats. That's a slave owner that'll rape you. The Republican is a slave owner that'll beat you. I mean, it's terror. Let's either way. That's how. What?
Let's get this straight. Are you in her group that believes that Democrats still would believe in slavery?
No. What I'm saying is the Democrats have been pretty neglectful to the black community. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but who has done anything for the black community? Because Republicans have us high stake jobs.
I agree with that. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the system is rigged against us, Democrats and Republicans.
But the thing is, you got to realize that everyone says we need a third party, and every time we get a third party candidate, all they do is disrupt and try to throw votes to another person. So it really isn't, third party. It's just another cog in the wheel. Oh, I don't want to vote for this guy, so I just going to vote for the other person because this guy's just batshit crazy.
Right.
So that's what it is, and in which they get 2 or 3%, then in which throws the entire electoral college off whack. And look what we got.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, I don't care what anyone says. I'll still vote Democrat at times, but I vote red too. But that's the thing. A lot of people vote just because that's what they're supposed to do instead of just research.
Right. I will vote for whoever commits to doing something for Black people specifically. And unfortunately, I don't think that's not going to be anybody for a long time because we have to put their feet to the fire. We got to have a cohesive agenda and bring it to the forefront. And right now, we're just all over the place ourselves. They've been talking reparations lately. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, we apologize to the Native Americans, but we're not going to apologize for bringing what thousands of miles across an ocean, stripping us away from our families and
language and history and religion.
making us, you guys like worker bots until we wind up revolting. Not really. That's too much Matrix. But let's get off of that subject because let's throw it's March Madness and our brackets are busted. But even though I still have Duke, North Carolina, Virginia, and the other one seat in which I can't think of in the tournament, everyone's bracket is busted so far. What according to ESPN on their app, there's only 2 people in the world that still have perfect brackets. But we're not talking about basketball because games are still going on my tablet's incredibly slow, and I can't watch any games.
Okay.
So Ron Gronkowski just announced his retirement today.
Oh, big Gronk.
Yeah.
What do you think about Gronk's career? What do you think his legacy will be? We got 9 seasons, 3 rings, all the records for as far as tight ends concerned. What do you have to say about the Gronkster?
I don't watch football, but every time I saw him, he seemed like a good time party boy. And looking at him on Instagram, it seems like he parties hard too.
Yeah,
parties hard, plays hard. Incredibly fun person. So I mean, retiring in his late 20s?
Yeah, he's 29.
In such a grueling sport? It's gonna become more and more common. Not to mention, football is one of those sports where you can't play into your 40s unless you well protected like Tom Brady. Your time's coming anyway, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're a Patriot hater, by the way. So you were nicer to Gronk than I expected.
I buy anybody who can go out there and put their ass on the line. 16 games a year? Mm-hmm. In one of the most grueling sports out there. American football, I call it run ball because I don't understand because we mostly run with the ball instead of kick it.
All right.
But besides boxing, is probably one of the most, brutal, dangerous combat sports out there.
Right.
And since a lot of these football players now like losing their minds, let's not forget Junior Seau laying down on the sidelines, and he played for the Patriots in the Super Bowl in which they lost.
All right.
Let's just say that those are good signs that it's time to go ahead and hang it up incredibly early. And football players are getting bigger, faster, stronger. You just had a dude that was like 300 pounds running the 40 in 4 seconds or something like that.
Right.
So these dudes are becoming super beasts.
Right.
And I'm not going to say it's not safe anymore, but it's getting incredibly dangerous. So you're going to see people retire. It's going to be a lot of people retiring in their early 30s very soon.
Yeah, I say get your money, be safe, and get out of the game, when you still got your health and your sanity. The thing about Gronk, I remember him having I think it was a terrible chest injury and some knee injuries. And I think a lot of those were, of course, the result of dirty plays, late hits and low hits. And to be a big guy, sometimes you needed 2 or 3 guys to take him down, big guy, big, strong guy. And the dirty hits were unnecessary. I feel for the guy, when it comes to that, because I think he was a victim of a lot of dirty hits, and a lot more suspension should have been doled out, as a result of those hits. He's smart getting out of there because, like I say, the only way to stop him is to,
go for the knees.
Go for the knees, yeah. double, triple team him or whatever. But so he's a known wrestling fan. We know that. Do you think there may be a future for him in WWE?
Well, it's gonna be an abbreviated show, even though we're in the 15th minute. Ron Gronkowski is actually friends with one of the hype bros.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't watch wrestling, that's Mojo Rawley.
Okay.
And we have a certain show coming in 2 weeks that's gonna be loaded with stars, debuts, goodbyes. So this could be his second WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I can be rest assured, well, anybody can be rest assured that there are a lot of people on the phone with Gronkowski right now.
Yeah.
Broadcasters, ESPN's gonna want him.
Right.
CBS is gonna want him.
Oh yeah.
But CBS really won't want him because Tony Romo was like what, a football like predictor who like basically showed his awesomeness.
Okay. Yeah.
ESPN's gonna want someone after Jason Witten, but I don't think he's gonna really I think he's really gonna entertain any phone calls from those guys for one simple reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go to WWE.
Okay.
And I think right now, especially what in this climate, especially because it's WrestleMania season,
mm-hmm.
for all you unknown people, WrestleMania season goes from January after the Royal Rumble up until the event.
Yeah.
Triple H probably had him on the phone moments after his retirement and probably is talking to him into a deal. And if you watch wrestling, there's a good chance that 2 weeks from now, you might see him in the ring, probably full time. But if you see him in the ring, he's not going to be in WWE. He's going to go down to the developmental league so he can wind up knowing the ropes.
Okay.
And get in the ropes.
Okay. So he'll be at, what do you call it? I almost call it THX. NXT. Okay.
It's the best.
Okay. The thing is, he's personality plus, so I could see him on ESPN, but I think he's not going to leave the physicality alone. I think he wants to be a wrestler. I do. I think he wants to be, he still wants to be a big physical, strong guy, but I don't think he want to necessarily get hit and hurt, playing football anymore. So why not take some, scripted bumps?
You gotta think, like I say, it's a 29-year-old man. Mm-hmm. Wrestling wise, he's still in his prime. That means he has another 10, 12 years under his belt.
Right.
Another 3 if he becomes a part-timer legend.
Yeah.
He has that, and like you say, the physicality thing, because I don't think he wants to sit at a desk.
No.
Man's 29 years old. He's just 6 years older than we are. 6, not older, but younger.
Right.
So why not go somewhere? And he has a friend in WWE, like I mentioned earlier, Mojo Rawley. So
yeah,
he has someone who can show him the ropes.
Right.
And WrestleMania this year is gonna be an incredibly long show.
Okay.
You remember the one we watched, WrestleMania 33, where he made his WWE debut?
Okay, that was the one in Orlando.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember because that was Naomi's hometown, and she had a pretty good entrance.
And next year it's gonna be in Tampa Bay, so they're keeping it NFL, connects real tight.
Okay.
But you think about it, a 17 match show where most of the matches will go at least 10 minutes or more.
Okay.
You can bet that those people are gonna get bored and they're gonna need a surprise pop out of nowhere. So why not say during the 30-man battle royal, you have him come out as like the 29th person or something.
Right.
Not in the ring with them at the same time, but at the very end, to have him come out during a match and boom.
Right.
You get that. Or at best, one of WWE's best shows no one talks about if you don't have WWE Network, which is $9.99 a month.
Right.
So go to WWE.com right now and click subscribe.
Right.
You can do that. Okay, that's a shameless plug.
Hey, I'm cool with it. If you don't have a network, what are you doing with your life? Go get it now.
But yeah, you do that. Take over 2 Saturday nights from now, or probably Friday night, I think. Because we had a Hall of Fame ceremony. You would need something like that, but I think right now NXT doesn't need him at TakeOver. What WWE needs him at WrestleMania more than they need him at TakeOver for one simple reason: the long matches And if you've ever been to a WrestleMania, it's a fun experience, but it's grueling as fuck to get in.
Right.
WrestleMania 30 stood in line for like what 30 minutes to get in. WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, no thanks to a ticket glitch, people were log jammed in the stadium for a good 40, 45 minutes. My phone died during the pre-show, so
yeah,
I couldn't take. Only thing I took pictures of was opening pyro.
Right.
I took no other pictures.
Yeah.
But otherwise, going to WrestleMania is nothing like going to, say a Monday Night Raw or pay-per-view.
Right.
It's one of those experiences that get there early.
Right.
Take a fucking battery.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Take a battery. Take some food.
Yeah.
And just prepare to stand in line. It's not like the Super Bowl where like you go be monitored and screened by everyone, but it's a football stadium. You talking about nearly 100,000 people, and if you sit on the floor, you have to go through more people.
Right.
So it's one of those. So you can understand that when people go to WrestleMania and Hulk Hogan, no, who was it who said asses in the seats? Who was that?
Who said
Mike Tenay. Was it Mike Tenay?
Mike Tenay said that?
I don't know. Was it?
I don't know.
But they said asses in the seats. When you go to WrestleMania, you are literally your ass is in the seat from the minute you sit down to the minute you leave, because there's no chance you can go to the merch stand and come back without missing something.
Right.
I was lucky in Dallas. We were sitting like 60 feet from a merch stand. So
right.
It's one of those. But back to it, Gronk is gonna be at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Like it or not, he's gonna make his second appearance at WrestleMania, and it's gonna be something that's gonna get football fans involved. It's gonna get wrestling fans hyped.
Question: does he draw as much attention as Ronda Rousey, or no?
Ronda Rousey came out, former champion. She came to WWE like a lot of people were pissed at her because she came after she lost.
Mm-hmm.
Gronk came back on top. WrestleMania 33 was in 2017. Wasn't that when? Didn't they win the Super Bowl that year?
I can't remember.
That's WrestleMania
2017, the Pats.
Yeah.
No, that was a season. If I'm not mistaken, they lost to the Eagles. If I'm not mistaken.
Let's see.
Was it a 2017 season?
No, that's the year they won. That's the year they came
beat
back.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
they beat Atlanta. Yeah.
So he came to WrestleMania a Super Bowl champ. He came to WrestleMania 33 a Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
He's coming to WrestleMania 35 a Super Bowl champion. Okay. So yeah, he's not coming a loser. Ronda Rousey, even though I love her to death, she came a loser. She lost her belt
to Nunes, whatever his name. Yeah.
She came losing. So
and they've been protecting her because the fact that she didn't fight Chris Cyborg, come on.
If you ever watched her on Raw, she actually improved drastically as a great wrestler and on the mic.
Okay.
When she becomes unhinged, it's great because if you ever watch it, she gets pissed off because the crowd went from being happy to see it and now like, bitch, you got the title.
Yeah.
You don't deserve the title.
Yeah.
And it gets to her.
Okay.
So yeah.
Would you say she's showing shades of Roddy Piper? Because I don't watch her now.
I never really understood Roddy Piper because I came in during the Attitude Era.
Right.
But she's coming in now more of a pissed off person. She has like a fucked up Stone Cold feel to her now.
Okay.
Because she's like saying F authority.
Okay.
And she's basically like she dropped the title when they gave the title right back to her. So yeah.
And I don't watch much, but I thought Becky Lynch was going for the Stone Cold type of angle. Is she the one that they call the man?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's the man because she beat Charlotte for the SmackDown title.
Okay.
And she went around on this edge saying to beat him. You know how Ric Flair says to beat a man. You beat the man, you have to beat a man. She beat him, she beat her, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
And so what a lot of people don't get, you have now 2 women from SmackDown trying to fight a woman from Raw for the title. And what makes me mad is it's supposed to be Becky's moment.
Yeah.
And Vince came in and took it from her. Yeah, everyone knows wrestling doesn't work, but to add Charlotte in a triple threat match pisses me off.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just these two on a collision course, and now they just threw her in. We have 2 weeks to WrestleMania. So personally, I just hope and pray to God that this work comes out that she gets injured at WrestleMania or she's out of it this week or next week, because the go home shows next week have to like hit home real quick. Because like personally, another non-title match I'm looking forward to is Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. And if you ever watch Impact and watched him in it, it's like one of those fever dreams. Like you never thought you'd see AJ Styles at WrestleMania. You never thought you'd see AJ Styles in WWE at all, even though he did wrestle in WWE at a time.
Right.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you have all that, and then like what to see Vince McMahon basically do the B+ player on Kofi again. It really rubs people the wrong way, because if you haven't watched it, he's basically trying to say that no one wants to see a black WWE champion.
In so many actions and words, that's what he's saying. Yeah.
It's weird, because if you think about it, a lot of the main not main majority, because majority is main. A big chunk of wrestling fans are black.
Yeah. Like seriously, especially in the South.
Yeah, because you got me on in wrestling. We came up with during the ass end of the territories era. If you guys don't know what the territories are, watch WWE Network. They have a few territory shows. But we came at the ass end of the territories. We had folks like the Junkyard Dog and Coco Beware. And it was strange. Even though they got the call up sometimes, they never got the belts. They never got the big gold belt. Well, who was it?
And they were super over too. They were real over.
Farouk got the title in WCW
as Ron Simmons. After he broke away from Butch Reed.
And The Rock wound up with the title, and who was it? Mark Henry wound up with the title, but The Rock wound up with the title. But everyone says he's the first black WWE, champion. That you could say that about Ron Simmons too, but Ron Simmons came in almost 20 years before WWE thought about buying WCW. And
they put the strap on Booker T too.
Yeah. But that was a big gold belt, not the WWE title.
Right.
But when it comes to The Rock, and everyone says that, you have to say that about Obama too. The first black president, he's not black, he's biracial. The Rock is biracial. The Rock is Samoan and black. So it's still, Vince could get away with saying there's no black, champion in it, which is true.
Yeah.
And it seems like for a black wrestling fan, if you watch it, it hits home, because you have to realize, like, now, I go in my room and I collect wrestling shirts.
Yeah.
And I wear them all the time, and it's weird. I have CM Punk. I have, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. He's Arabic, people, so clutch your pearls.
Yeah.
I have, stuff like that. Oh yeah, guys, if you guys want to feel crazy or something, you guys are pure blood Americans. Seth Rollins, aka Kobe Lopez, he's Mexican. But
what?
Yeah. So yeah, he's Mexican or Latino or something. But yeah, you look, and the only thing I don't have any black wrestling, shirts. And yeah, you have the New Day then, which is so over right now.
Yeah.
And people love them. White people love them. Black people love them. And
the New Day, you don't feel they're a little minstrel showy?
They doing what they wanted to do, because Vince came out. They wanted to be, this like high-powered gospel group or whatever. And
Kirk Franklin with muscles.
Yes, if you ever listen to their music, you listen to it. It sounds like, what is it? People make you want to start.
You want a revolution?
Do you want a revolution? It sounds just like that, but it's just saying New Day.
Yeah.
And they said, we black in a gospel group, like, that's a little bit too black. So let us do what we do. And look at what they started in 2015 and a few months after that, they came out and were like the New Day Rocks. And
why does Vince I don't mean to cut y'all, but why does Vince want the black wrestlers to do some semi-gay shit? You know,
It's
talking about
gimmicky.
booty all the time and all the Big E's antics. Vince has always been a little suspect to me. But what were you saying?
But when it comes to that, they basically went back there and told Vince like, "Hey, we're black. We get that. We come from gospel music and stuff like that. But let us do what we do and watch what happens." And you came out, you know how they repackaged people. They still had the music, but they were electric. They were fun.
Right.
Because he tried to make them heel. I don't know why he tries to make all blacks heel. But they came out. They still had semi-heel antics, but they were fun and people loved it and it took off.
Yeah.
That's when you let a wrestler do what they want to do creatively, that's how they wind up getting fans. That's the main reason you wake up or you go, like, even though I went to WrestleMania 30, what the one in Dallas, because Vince doesn't like numbers after 30, he says it seems old.
Yeah, like him.
Once you watch it and you see how those people were, like, you sit there, once you pull it out of it again, you realize, like, man, they've been doing this damn thing for over a year and this shit's still fresh. Like, they came out. I'm
sorry, you said pull out of it. Pull out of it.
And they came out of a giant box of Bootios.
Right, I remember.
It dressed like Saiyans. And I'm like, shit works.
Yeah.
Like, they know how to get over. They made fun of Jussie Smollett a few weeks ago.
I remember.
I
rarely watch it, but I caught that.
I mean, they went from people wanted Bootios so fucking bad that it went from a box that the t-shirt came in and sold out.
Right.
Even at shows, to a box of actual cereal.
Right.
Bootios was made into an actual cereal. That's how popular it was.
Right.
And they went from Bootios to pancakes.
Yeah.
Like, whatever they touch turns to gold.
Right.
And that's because Vince lets them do what they do now. And they had to stand up for themselves.
Right. But
what were you saying?
My thing is the fact that they haven't put the strap on Big E or Kofi, it's a fucking travesty.
That's what he was saying. Like, you have people. Wrestling, what a lot of people don't realize, wrestling isn't an off season. Wrestling is, they only off every once in a while. Somebody in their family die, they take off.
Right.
Injuries, of course, they gonna be off.
Right.
You know, Kofi has kids, and like he said in one of his promos a few weeks ago, I can't play it because we get slammed, even though we only have no viewers. So that's still special. Right?
Yeah, but it's still copyrighted. Yeah.
But he was like, I have kids, and my child lost his tooth, and I wasn't there to see that.
Yeah.
And it struck you that you realize that this is an act. Even him saying it is an act.
Yeah.
But you got to realize, like, this isn't like, basketball where, hey, my wife's having a kid, I got to go.
Yeah.
Something like that. These people are so, entranced in it that they need to be there.
Right.
They have to be there because they miss a show. What? That means what? They can lose out on a fan.
Of course, yeah.
So for WrestleMania, even though he's replaying Daniel Bryan's storyline, I hope that it comes off, and I hope that he just doesn't put the belt on him for 2 weeks, and then at Extreme Rules he loses the belt. Because for a lot of people, especially black kids who wind up sitting there realizing what I did, had that wake up moment that I don't really have that many, black wrestlers that I'm a fan of. This is probably gonna be one of those moments where a black kid is gonna look. You remember what Obama said? Now you can look at me and say, I can try to be this. And you can look at Kofi and the New Day, kids look at them and they're like, you know what? I can be a wrestler. Yeah. I want to do this. So even though people say that, wrestling is a dangerous sport and you can't make it here, at least, they can do, some, indie wrestling or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So maybe putting the belt on them is a big thing because
I would hope that the younger generation, they would aspire to be another Vince McMahon, but that's another story for another day. Yeah. You own the shit. You know what I mean? But by the way, you said there are going to be some good buys at the upcoming Mania. Who's leaving this year?
Ooh, that's Seth Rollins, but Kurt Angle is leaving.
Okay.
And then who is it? Dean Ambrose, he's leaving. That
Really?
was on the 2, yeah.
Oh,
His
he's going to
his
the
contract is up in All Elite.
He's going to another promotion.
A lot of people think he's going to All Elite. A lot of people think it's a work, but it's a bunch of contracts going around. And WWE, since they're $1 billion company now and have billions sitting on them from their Fox deal and USA, a lot of people think they're going to restructure his contract eventually and let him, sit out for a few months because he's married to Renee Young and all this good crap. But
do they want him that bad though? Because all I hear about from casual fan is he's just not that exciting.
He's exciting, but I mean when he
which I'm a fan, by the way. I'm a fan.
He was the titty master, and in the Indies, and did a bunch of extremely graphic hardcore matches.
Right.
But it's once Vince has his feel with you, he tosses you on the back burner. So a lot of people thinking, he's just cooking matches right now so he can go ahead and get out of it because his contract ends, I think, the day after WrestleMania or a week after. So his time is slowly winding down. But I don't think he's gonna be gone from WWE for long or anytime soon.
Right.
And another big goodbye is Kurt Angle because his last match is supposed to be at WrestleMania. And even though it's with Baron Corbin, a lot of people think that it should be or it will be John Cena because he's scheduled to be at WrestleMania, but it's not confirmed yet. And plus, that was John Cena's first match.
Yeah. John
Cena's first match was with Kurt Angle. So what better way to end someone's career than come back for his last match?
You know what? Kurt Angle's a black champion, isn't he black? Remember the story about his niece being missing? You ever seen his niece? She's black, dude. Look, like for real, look.
Oh.
She was missing. I don't know what happened, but yeah. And Kurt Angle, he didn't always look like 100% white dude to me. So what the fuck is Kurt Angle?
It was the hair.
Yeah.
Once he lost that hair, that's when he started looking like a white dude hardcore.
I kid Kurt Angle, but so do you think he stays away this time? No comeback?
Who, Kurt?
Yeah.
I think the thing is Vince is letting Triple H run the show more, and Triple H is bringing in a bunch of old talent like Undertaker helps with NXT, helps them with their promos. Sting helps sometimes in WWE. You have people from TNA there now. Jeff Jarrett is there.
Okay.
The creator of TNA. You have Abyss. So you have 2 hardcore TNA originals there that Triple H personally, asked to work with them again.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically if Triple H had his way, Kurt would, be in the back helping, groom the next generation. So I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay. So we gotta say happy trails and so long to Kurt Angle. And shit, we gotta say so long to you guys. It's time to get up out of here.
Yeah, watch it. Please watch it.
Yeah, please watch it. Please.
Let's get some views in this SOB.
Mike, he'll do anything for you. I mean, like if you name it, even some of the sexual stuff. Please watch the podcast.
Episode 4, I'm gonna spray myself with mace. Otherwise, let somebody mace me in the face, and I'll answer questions live.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Hey, cue that outro music.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna do it live.